What's going on, everybody? It's James again, and it's been a little while, as I always say, since I've updated you on my video game collection. And in the recent time, since the last video, I've actually collected quite a few games, so I figured, why not make another video? So, welcome to the next episode of Game Collect. So my first set of games actually comes from this lot that I got, which was really cool. I was in New York City, which is where I currently work, and this guy had like a blanket out on the street. And just a little bit of context, sometimes you'll find that people do like kind of like a yard sale, but in New York on the curb. Like they'll have like a blanket out and they'll be selling a lot of stuff. But this guy had a bunch of games, right? So he had a bunch of 360 games, some PS4 games, some Xbox One games, and original Xbox games. So I walked up to him. He had like a box, right, of a lot of like games, and some of them weren't so common, some of them were. So I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, dude, like, how much do you want for these?" And he's like, "Oh, give me $6 for 5 games." And I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty good deal." So I didn't have any cash on me, so I went to the local convenience store and got some cash and came back with a $20 bill in hand. And I was like, "Hey, would you take $20 for the box?" And he just looks at me and goes, 25? So I showed him the inside of my wallet. All I had was a 20 on me. Because I don't usually keep cash on me in New York. Because you never know. You might get robbed or something, which has almost happened to me once. And I was just like, "Oh, I only really got 20 on me." And he just says, "Okay, sure, I'll take $20. And I was dumbfounded. So I got like over 35 games in the slot for $20, and here's what I got. So starting off, we have Borderlands 2 for 360. Next, we have Left 4 Dead 2 for 360. Now, mind you, most of these are complete with the booklet and the disc, and they're all in pretty good condition. Next, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for 360. Next, we have Pro Evolution Soccer for 360. These are all going to be 360 unless I say otherwise. I have to keep repeating myself. Here we have Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 1, Mass Effect 3, and an awesome game. We got Bayonetta. Awesome game. We've got Halo 3 ODST, Soul Calibur 5, Gears of War Judgment, Final Fantasy 13, which has all the discs. Awesome. FIFA Soccer 2013. Here's a nice one. Tales of Vesperia, which I've never actually played any of the games in the Tales series, but I have a friend that's really into them, and he's told me quite a bit about it, and it seems really cool, so Tales of Vesperia is apparently a pretty good one, so I guess I'll probably start with this one. What do you guys think? Has anybody out there played the Tales series? Like, which one do you think I should start with? So Star Ocean to the End of Time for the PS2 is one of my favorite games on the console, so I was happy to get Star Ocean The Last Hope on 360. Gears of War 2. Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. Halo Reach. Gears of War 3. This is actually, there's a loose disc in here. Oh, there's 2 games in here. Gears of War 3 and Brink. Alright, cool. Halo 4. This is, okay, so this is disc 1 and disc 2. Cool. Final Fantasy 13-2, which I think these 3 games mark the entire Final Fantasy 13 line on the 360, so that's pretty awesome. FIFA Soccer 12. Oblivion with the teen rating and not the mature rating, because this was actually re-rated after it was released. Borderlands 1. A sealed copy of Sega Superstars Tennis and the Xbox Live Arcade compilation disc. And the special edition of Perfect Dark Zero, which is actually missing the outer sleeve, but that's cool. I actually have 2 other copies of it. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Battlefield 3. Dead or Alive 4, which I have like 3 copies of this game. FIFA Soccer 11. And last on the 360 list here, Alan Wake. So that's pretty sweet. The guy also had some PC games in the lot too, which was pretty cool. So here, I'll show you them. So we have Heroes of Might and Magic 5 for PC. And, oh man, this brings back memories. I actually got banned from this game for using bots, if I remember correctly. And we got, for PC, Diablo 2. And we have the expansion set for Diablo 2. Dude, I spent so much time on these games way back in the day that I got so nostalgic when I saw these. I was like, bro, I need to have them. So that's pretty sweet. So next up on our list is I went to ABGC, which if you haven't seen my review of ABGC, you should totally check it out. I was there, did some panels with Adam Korlick and my friend Justin. And while I was there, I picked up a couple of small items, nothing crazy. Because I was actually there as a volunteer, so I didn't take too much time to walk around and look around in the dealer's lot. So let's see. So Norm the Gaming Historian was there, and I bought a copy of I can't pronounce this game. Cybernoid? I'm probably butchering the name of this game, but I got it. So Norm actually signed it for me, which was really nice of him. I also got Ian from, Pat's podcast. Ian's such an awesome guy. I love Ian so much. He signed it for me too. That was really cool of him. I wound up getting a random copy of NHL 95 for Genesis. I got it for free, so. I got a copy of Sega Sports College Footballs, which was also a freebie. I got a copy of Triple Play 96, which was also a freebie. Pretty awesome. And then off of Norm again, I bought a copy of Castle Quest, and I had him sign that as well. So if you haven't ever seen Norm the Gaming Historian, which I'm sure anybody who is watching my channel has most likely seen his content, I can't stress enough, go check out his channel. He has such a great channel. I love Norm's channel, and Norm is such a nice guy too. He's so nice. So a friend of mine actually went to France and came back with 2 items for me, which was awesome. So yeah, my friend Justin, when he was in France, he was like, "Yo James, I found something for you that I thought you would really like," and I was, dude, like I was smiling so hard when he gave it to me. So 2 items. The first item is a French copy of Volume 1 of Full Metal Alchemist, which I love Full Metal Alchemist. I only actually recently watched it just over a year ago. I watched Full Metal Alchemist, then I watched the movie, then I watched Brotherhood. Holy shit, man. This anime is legendary. Legendary. Wow. The date in the show where they say to don't forget just passed, and I'm getting like super nostalgic. So, yeah. And then he also got me oh, this is so cool. I saw this and I was like, bro, you know me way too well. He got me a French copy of Final Fantasy X-2 for PS2, which is super awesome. So not only is it the PAL version, but it's in French. The entire case is in French. And those who have watched my channel know that a lot of people make fun of me for this, but I absolutely love this game. This is my favorite Final Fantasy game, which is like, I could defend this game for hours. If you ever like see me in person, like at a con or something, just be like, "Yo James, why do you like Final Fantasy X-2 so much?" And I will give out the info as to why I love this game so much. Oh man. Oh, I'm getting nostalgic. Yuna's my favorite game character of all time. So, just real quick, I also wound up getting some code books for Game Genie, which is pretty sweet. So I got 3 code books here for Game Genie. Oh no, I got 4. Oh, I got 4 of them. I got them for $2. The guy's, I was just like, "How much you want for them?" He's like, "Do you collect?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, you'll probably give him a good home. Just give me $2." And I was like, "All right." So we have, which volumes do we have here? Volume 1, number 4, Volume 2, number 3, Volume 2, number 2, and Volume 2, number 1. So that's pretty sweet. So super thanks to that guy. So in that same lot with the 360 games, I also got some original Xbox titles, which is actually why I saw it, because I was getting OG Xbox titles for like really, really cheap. And so yeah, here they are. So we have a disc of Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX2 in a blank case, which I'll probably just print out the artwork for that. Tony Hawk's Underground, SSX3, Herbs Sim in the City, a limited collector's edition of Halo 2, which I actually have this, but mine's really beat up, so it's nice to get a nice copy of it. Here we have Jade Empire, which this is the limited edition. Soul Calibur 2, Ninja Gaiden, and last but not least, my second favorite game on the console, second to Shenmue 2, Halo, the original. This is the 1.0 release with the awesome physics glitches where you can get like the Banshee early on the assault in the control room and all that. Which, a lot of people don't ever talk about that. The Game of the Year version of Halo that has the Halo 2 content on the disc, they actually fixed some of those glitches where like on Assault of the Control Room, you could shoot a rocket underneath that first bridge where the elite usually spawns, and actually the force of the rocket goes through the bridge. And the Banshee falls down and you can fly around and pretty much glitch the game out to loading no enemies, so you can beat the legendary difficulty a lot easier on that level. But in that version, they made it so that the bridge stops the physics of the rocket explosion, so you can't do that anymore. And I was just like, why? It was so cool, because it's kind of neat to see how the game works by glitching it out, or at least I find it interesting. So outside of that lot, I also got two other OG Xbox games, and that's Splat Magazine Renegade Paintball, and a copy of Scalar, which I don't know, I saw and I was like, ah, that's kind of colorful. Okay, I'd never even heard of it before. So recently I've been like really into collecting N64 stuff, and I made it a goal to get some of my favorite games complete in box for the system, just because I kind of like how N64 cases look, like when they're all stacked up. So at ABGC, I got the booklet, and through other means, I got the box for Mortal Kombat Trilogy that is now complete. I have it in a special nice little case, so it keeps its shape. And then I recently got the booklet in the box for Mortal Kombat 4, which is in really good condition. Awesome. And I recently got the booklet in the box for Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. So, I almost dropped it. I've owned the carts for these three games forever. I think the MK cart that I have is like actually from my childhood when I got my N64, which I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this N64 is actually my childhood one that I got like Christmas 97, I think. I got it a year late. I don't remember. It was so long ago now. I actually have a VHS recording of it. It's so cute. And yeah, so I was happy to get these complete again, because I think when I was younger I probably threw out the box, or my mom did. I don't remember. So I do have one cool last item for you guys, and let me actually go get it. So as you know, or as you may know, some of you may not know, Insert Coin Clothing does, they did like Shenmue clothing, and they recently had a flash sale. So I went and splurged on a Shenmue jacket. So yeah, if you ever see me walking around New York City, you will see this jacket now because it's right weather for a windbreaker. And yeah, so it's pretty good. I would say the large, it's European size, so the large is a little small on me. But it fits well otherwise. So pretty cool. So I'll be wearing it to cons. I may eventually start doing like an unofficial Shenmue 3 table at certain conventions, so I'll definitely be wearing this. So yeah, pretty awesome. So while recording, I totally forgot two items. So yeah, I guess I'll just like show them here. Sorry for the crappy quality, but kind of using a quick rig. I looked at my floor and I was like, ah, crap. I forgot two items, which I totally wanted to include. So, at AVGC, I was hanging out with Adam Korlick and Gilly, right? And Gilly came up with this amazing idea to draw like real bootleg-ass Nintendo games and like sell the drawings. So, I can't believe it. I got Little Samson on NES for $1. So, that's a $1 Little Samson. It's signed by Gilly and Adam, of course. I had to get my cartridge signed, so yeah. And since like Adam was so keen on commissioning drawings, I had him draw me the official box art for Cave Escaper Man 3 on the Sega Pluto. Awesome. Cave Escaper Man 3. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, Adam Korlick drew this for me. I think I gave him like $1 to do it for commission. $1 Korlick commission. So yeah, oh man, that's great. So that's all the games that I have to show you this time. There was a decent amount. I'm probably going to put them in my storage unit because I don't have room in this room right now. I am currently working on moving out again because I used to live in an apartment, which if you remember from my Shenmue 3 discussion series, I was in a whole different place. I then moved back to my parents' house because some events occurred and I had to move back home. And so I decided, you know, it's now time for me to go back out, and yeah, so cool. So hopefully soon, I'm actually on a waiting list, so I don't know when it's going to happen. I should be getting an apartment, so I can't wait, because then I can finally get all my games out into a nice display, and it's going to be pretty sweet. So, hope you all enjoyed it, and as always, thanks for watching.